Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. That is a 50-second video for Haiyang's practice proverb series. All of the proverbs covered in this series are my original creations meant to preserve training knowledge in a proverb format to benefit present and future generations of practitioners. If you are new to this channel, please take some time to check out my content. You will find a lot of useful information about internal style martial arts and Shoudao practice. Following the same structure as in previous weeks, I will answer questions about last week's proverb and then move on to the new one. So, let's recap last week's proverb first. It was 八卦掌练时拧至极致，用时顺其自然. Translation: Bagua practice requires twisting some body parts to their ultimate state while training, but applies a natural approach in self-defense. End translation. Now, let me answer a question asked by our community members. Elastic Tai Chi and Fitness left a long message. In the beginning, I did not want to respond to it since his comment raises many small questions. Then I realized it would be best to respond as his comment reflects a lot of common mistakes in understanding the concept of internal style martial art practice. So please allow me to read his entire comment first. I would like more of your content to include the internal body transformation that occurs if one learns the Neigong part of the arts. While power development and generation differ in each of the internal arts, much of the internal training, Neigong, based on standing, Dantian formation and Qi building, tissue and sinew development, is the same. If one develops the internal body, Tai Chi still rapid in cotton, Bagua dragon body, Shaolin iron shirt, the body changes dramatically and the external manifestation of the art changes. Much more movement inside, much less outside. The reason I bring this up as regard your proverb teaching is that at a higher level, when the body is full in Bagua or in Peng in Tai Chi, the physical ability to trace the body externally becomes more limited, where the extreme twisting is no longer possible. If the body continues to be able to twist to a high degree, I maintain this is just external movement and flexibility, not the true internal body power development. I just using centrifugal force if a beginner's level. I don't mean any disrespect, only another opinion you may consider to explore. End quote. Thank you for your input. However, I have to give very straightforward feedback to your comments. I don't mean any disrespect either, but I have to be very direct. So, let's begin. You said, quote, I would like more of your content to include the internal body transformation that occurs if one learns the Neigong part of the art. End quote. Well, all of my content focus on different aspects of internal body transformation for Neigong development. Neigong is not an empty word, but requires many specific practices that I have been introducing over the years. You said, quote, while power development and generation differ in each of the internal arts, much of the internal training, Neigong, based on standing, dantian formation and qi building, tissue and sinew development is the same. End quote. Well, sorry, I have to tell you that different practices create different benefits. So-called Neigong based on standing, dantian formation, and qi building, and so on, are useless without working on muscle strength, including muscle and body structure. No one can build so-called qi by holding a posture expected to be used in self-defense. Holding a posture for a very long time does not help much in Neigong. Useless, of course. You redefine the term Neigong to suit yourself. You said, quote, if one develops the internal body, Taiji still wrapped in cotton, Bagua dragon body, Shaolin iron shirt, the body changes dramatically and the external manifestation of the art changes. End quote. Well, there is no such term internal body. We only have one body. You used some terms such as Tai Chi steel wrapped in cotton, Bagua dragon body, Shaolin iron shirt. They are actually just some metaphors. Steel wrapped in cotton means hardness in softness. So you need to have hardness as well. Bagua dragon body means the body movement is flexible, but not the body itself. Please do not forget that Shaolin iron shirt requires very hard physical training, without which it would be called a massage. You said, quote, much more movement inside, much less outside, end quote. That is not right, as there is another important proverb in Chinese martial art, 内外如一, or the internal and the external unify as one. If there is much more movement inside and much less outside, then what's the point of moving inside? You said, quote, the reason I bring this up as regards your proverb teaching is that a higher level, when the body is full in Bagua or in Peng in Tai Chi, the physical ability to twist the body externally becomes more limited, where the extreme twisting is no longer possible. End quote. What do you mean the body becomes full or Peng? Remember, our body is not like a puffer fish. Energy is not like the air that makes your body expand as the balloon. Please learn to differentiate a metaphor from reality. Furthermore, you misunderstand the word extreme that I used in my video. I recommend you to watch it again. You said, quote, if the body continues to be able to twist to a high degree, I maintain this is just external movement and flexibility, not true internal body power development. End quote. There's no internal movement without external movement involved. Flexibility is essential to any style. Please do not be under the impression that so-called internal body is a dead log of wood that does not have much flexibility. You said, quote, just using centrifugal force is a beginner's level, end quote. Well, do you think beginners use centrifugal force? The first sign of a beginner is the misunderstanding of basic concepts, especially confusion with the term internal. Again, I responded this way because your comments are full of mistake. I have to be very direct and make myself clear so that other practitioners do not get misled by your comments. Frankly, I'm amazed that you made a mistake in each and every sentence. It only reflects your lack of information or understanding of the information. I may sound harsh here, but I don't take kindly to such comments. I have nothing against you, but a lot of against your comments. So please don't take anything personally. Now let's move on to today's proverb. In Fajin, there are many ways to categorize different types of martial energy, and I have talked at length on this topic in my previous videos. Today, I'd like to introduce the method used to differentiate two types of martial energy based on its movement track. These two types of energies excluded by the body include 抖劲 or shaking energy and 撞劲 or striking energy. They are different in the mechanism of power generation and application. The proverb is 抖劲中心领劲之曲线也，撞劲外沿领劲之直线或近直线也。There are 4 sentences organized into 2 parts. I will translate the Chinese version word by word and then introduce the English version. Also, I hope you will pay attention to these Chinese versions of terms so you can use them in communication in the future. The first part, 抖劲中心领劲之曲线也。抖劲 means shaking energy, a type of martial energy used by the body during Fajin movements. Very often, when practitioners use the shoulder, chest, and other major body areas that are muscular, it seems as if practitioners shake the body in Fajin action. 中心 means center line. 领劲 means leading the force. 支 means off. 曲线 means curve. Put together, it means to generate shaking energy. The body center line should lead the motion and follow a curved track. Then, what is another type of energy? Let's continue. The second part, 撞劲外沿领劲之直线或近直线也。撞劲 means striking energy, bumping energy. Another type of martial energy used by the body when Fajin. Also, very often, practitioners use the shoulder, chest, and other muscular body part area to directly strike on the opponent in Fajin action. 外沿 means the edge. 领劲 means leading the force. 支 means off. 直线 means linear line. 或 means all. 近直线 means close to a linear line. Put together, it means to generate striking energy. The body edge should lead the martial energy and follow a linear or an almost linear track. Now, let me explain this proverb a bit further. Very often, martial artists attack the opponent with body parts such as shoulders, chest, hips, and so on. These kinds of body movements may look the same. Actually, they are not. For example, there are 2 types of martial energies generated by different body mechanisms: 抖劲 or shaking energy, and 撞劲 or striking energy. This proverb answers the question about the differences between these 2 types of martial energy. If the Fajin motion is initiated by the central line of the body, it is 抖劲 or shaking energy, while the Fajin motion initiated by the striking area of the body is called 撞劲 or striking energy. The shaking energy usually follows a curve, while the striking energy usually follows a straight or an almost straight line. Please give it a try, and I'm sure you will be able to experience it by yourself. It is worth noting that body martial energy is very powerful, but Dou Jin O shaking energy is much harder to master compared to Zhuang Jin O shaking energy. Also, even though that proverb is created based on the body motion, it can be applied to the arms and the legs as well. Now, let's recap that proverb. Dou, or shaking energy, circular motion that is led by the center line. Zhuang, striking, bumping energy. Linear energy, or almost linear energy that is led by the edge of the area. That brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you all found this program and explanation informative, and I hope it benefits your practice. Please post your question about this proverb in the comment section. I will answer them for you in the first part of next week's video. Thanks for watching. See you next time and enjoy your practice.